Hey everybody, it's Isaac A. Wardell. I'm a social marketing strategist. In this video, I want to share with you a quick strategy, and I've got a really good example of it here. Now, it's true what they say that people in my field, in the social media management field, often get so caught up in doing stuff for their clients that their own brand tends to lag behind a little bit. I try to keep my brand up and whatnot, but it doesn't always happen. And before me, I've got a perfect example. So for years, I've been using this strategy on my Facebook clients, but for some reason hadn't implemented it on my page. And when I did, I noticed a major change in the growth of my Facebook page. So as you can see here on the graph down lower, it says where your likes came from, and we're looking at new likes. And you'll see there's a couple of little spikes there. It tends to be around when I'm doing a webinar or some other public event. It would spike a little bit, and then it would kind of even off and just, one or two here or there as it organically grew. And then you see a major change. All of a sudden the spikes got bigger. The overall average of new likes being added on a daily basis goes up quite dramatically from what you can kind of see there. And I just made one little change, and that was I began running only two ads on a daily basis. So one of the things about Facebook ads when you get people trying to grow their pages, they usually put a ton of money and they do this one big blowout campaign. They might spend several $100s trying to grow the page, and they'll a lot of times grow it significantly, but then they think, oh, if we can do that, if we can just keep that going, we'll do another one next month and the one after that. And the problem with that strategy is that if you're for instance, if you're a local business and you're in a town of X number of people, there's only an X number of people that are going to like your page at any point in time. So if you're a new page, you're going to get a lot more people. If it's their first exposure to your page, you're going to get a lot of people that'll like it that first time. But then if you try that same thing the next month, well, you've already reached a majority of the audience that's going to like your page, and so your results are not going to be as successful probably. I've run into this with a few different clients. And so a couple of years ago I discovered this or developed this strategy where we don't do this humongous campaign thing every single month. What we do is we kind of scale it back. We'll usually start with a pretty big plunge, and then we'll scale it back and we'll just do a small daily amount that runs 1 to say 5 ads or 6 ads that is aimed at growing the page on a more continual basis. So what you see here is I started doing just 2 ads, and they're aimed at people who have not liked my page, who would probably be interested in my page, so I've done some targeting there. And then I just said I'm willing to spend $2 a day, and this is only $2 a day, people. And in about a month and a half, I've gone from in the 600 range in terms of likes to 1,100. Why is that? Because it's just a continual growth, just a little bit over time. And this is what I would suggest for you and for your clients, because I've seen this over and over. You're going to add the most likes over more of a drip campaign on a long-term basis than you are on a big blowout budget at any given point in time. So my suggestion is to develop a few ads, put a little bit of money behind them, depending where you live, depending what your budget is. Just spend, a little bit each day. It might be $2, it might be $10, depending on who your reach, how many people you're trying to reach, and then just let it kind of dribble in over the course of time, and you'll be amazed. It keeps growing, and you'll forget about it for a week, and you'll come back and you'll have, a few hundred new likes, and you'll be like, well, how did that happen? And the other thing that is great about that is then you always have a higher number of people talking about your page, because all those new likes count as talking about your page. Anyway, so I know I got a little bit long-winded in this video, but this is a really effective strategy for growing your page over time. It's not a strategy for the impatient. It does take a little bit, but the results are fairly amazing if you implement it correctly. Hey, if you liked this video, I've got a lot more videos and templates and white papers, etc. on the back end of my website at isaacawardl.com. All you have to do is head on over there, put in your name and email, and I'll send you a private link to where all those resources are located at. I look forward to seeing you over there.